Hello, Genesis Dad here. Today I want to talk about religion and belief in God. Now, you are entitled to believe whatever you want to believe, but I don't want you to be persuaded to believe in something that there's no objective truth to it. It's just something that people believe in because others believe in, or it was passed down from generation to generation. So, I myself am Jewish, but I don't preach Jewish religion. So the Jewish people is not really a race. It's more like a ethnic background type of thing, but it's not the same as being Catholic or Christian as me being Jewish. It's almost like being Spanish is almost the same as being Jewish. So obviously, being Spanish or Latin, you can be from different countries. Just like if you're Jewish, you can be from different countries. It doesn't automatically make you from Israel. You know, most of our family migrated here in the 20s from Ukraine. So, and we came from other places, Russia, Germany, Poland, stuff like that. On your mother's side, she's from Honduras. She was born in Honduras, where I was born in Jersey. So I was born in America and she was not, but she's Latin and her religion is Catholicism or Catholic. She said something about her grandfather being a priest on both sides. I don't know exactly that story, but when I met your mother, she wasn't a very religious person. Then after we split up, she started to dive into religion and now has become religious to an extent. I don't know how much, but just a few months ago she was baptized, so that's something that she did. But I myself, when I was younger, I went to Hebrew school. I had a bar mitzvah. I studied Judaism. I learned some Hebrew, and after all that, I decided to step away from it as an adult because that was what was chosen for me as a child. And as a child, number one, we shouldn't be making our own decisions per se, but we shouldn't be agreeing to something that we have no clue of. And let me explain this. Like, if there's a decision that I make for you that's a good decision and that's a real decision, like I tell you not to smoke cigarettes when you're a teenager, and you're like, well, yes, that's benefiting me. So if a parent's like, you need to go to church, you need to preach to God, you need to do this, you need to read the Bible, that's a want that they want for you, and that might not be the same want that you want for yourself. So brainwashing a child into religion, to me, is wrong. And again, this is my opinion, but I also am your father. Whoever else watches this, I'm not their father, so what they do with their own kids is their own situation. But I made it very clear when I met your mother that I do not want to push religion on you. And after we were no longer together, she then decided to push religion on you, going against what I believe in. But it's interesting because I told her that I didn't want you to get your ears pierced right away because I wanted you to make that decision yourself. And now that you're a little older and I think you want your ears pierced, she's like, no, I want to wait. So it's very interesting. She's like, well, I respect your decision, so I want to wait. So that being said, it's very interesting how, and this is like back to my video where I say control what you can control and don't control what you can't control. And one of the things I can't really control is what she does with you in regards to religion. But what I could do is put a little voice in your head explaining what's going on behind the scenes, because again, I'm not okay with it. And I don't think that you should be pushed upon this because it's not something that you're asking for. And here's the deal. If somebody pushes something on you and pretends like it's a great thing, it's a good thing, blah, 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 blah. Like, look, at the end of the day, I respect other people's beliefs. I respect that other people want to believe in religion. I don't. I don't think it's like if you're a person that needs guidance in life and you feel like you're on a very dangerous path and you believe what's going to fix you is your fear or belief in God and a religion, great. all power to you. But I think for the average person that is somewhat sane, that they should be able to tell themselves what's right and what's wrong without having to fear a higher being that they physically can't see. Now, some people might think I'm atheist. I don't know if I'm atheist. I'm more agnostic than atheist. But I'm also scientific, where I believe in science. So I really there's so many religions out there. You have to ask yourself, Genesis, why is there so many religions? Then you have to ask yourself, why is there so many gods? If one of these is real, which one is real? If not, maybe all of them aren't real. So that's what you got to ask yourself. It's not like saying, oh, I want good food and there's 50 restaurants to choose from. No, these are different stories about different gods, when apparently each religion says there's only one God. So why is there so many different gods? Each religion says there's only one Jesus, but Jesus is 5 different people in 5 different religions. So is Jesus a real person? Is Jesus who they say he is? Is Jesus a regular man? Is Jesus this, Jesus that? So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stories. There's a story about Jewish people killing Jesus because they didn't like him for starting Christianity or something, when Christianity wasn't started until after Jesus died. There's things about the Romans killed him. So there's so many different stories, and you don't know what's real or what's fake, to be honest with you. And it's just so confusing. Let me see something real quick. So when it comes to religion, I don't want you to be persuaded by your mother. And it's already happening at an age where you can't control it, and you think it's a great and a good thing. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But to me, it's a waste of time. What you need to be focusing is on your learning, because you're a little bit behind in that. You need to focus on your articulation. You need to focus on just being the best little girl that you can be, and because you're going to be starting school soon. So I think religion is not that important. And one day when you're older, I will explain to you why I believe religion is just complete made up and everything is just stories and stuff like that. So now a lot of people might see this video and hate on it. It's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to convince my daughter to be in a specific religion. I'm convincing my daughter to be open-minded, so that when she's older, she can make her own decision if she chooses that route. To me, if I don't have physical proof of evidence of something, then I just don't believe in it. That's just who I am. That's how I operate. So if you're telling me do you believe LeBron's a great basketball player? Yes, because I've seen LeBron playing basketball. It's real. It's actually physically there. It's an objective truth. Is LeBron a good basketball player? It's objectively true, because he is, and almost every single person in the world thinks he is, unless you just hate him. So it's an objective truth. Is an objective truth that Jesus resurrected from the dead and came back to life and had all these powers and was the Son of God? And there's no physical proof other than what was written in the Bible, quote unquote, by specific men who were witnesses to this, and then rewritten in the New Testament. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I got you, Genesis. If you have any questions about religion, or God or whatever, just let me know, and I'll keep you up to date as best as possible. So I love you so much. See you in the next one.